We're so glad you guys decided to join us. This week we're going to be continuing our series on relationships, and today we want to discuss our relationships with our parents. So we will be discussing the relationship you have with your parents and why it's important and why God gave you this special relationship. So the first thing that we want to talk about is honoring your parents. I know that can be a little strange at times. You're like, I listen to everything that they say. That's not necessarily what it's supposed to talk about. It's supposed to be honoring them even in the way you talk to them, in the way you act around them, even obeying them. So because God gave you your parents for a reason. They gave you to them for a reason. And so it is our job as their children to honor them. And that is perfectly explained in Ephesians 6, 1 through 3.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, because this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you, and that you may have a long life in the land. And that verse mentions another point that we're going to be talking about, and that's obey your parents. And you might think, well, isn't that the same thing as honoring them? And not really. You honor your parents by obeying them. And it can be hard sometimes, because you're like, that rule is stupid. Why do I need to follow it? But your parents put rules in place for a reason. They already lived their childhood, so they know what you're going through. They only want what's best for you. And that is stated in Proverbs 1, 8 through 9.
Listen, my son, to your father's instructions, and don't reject your mother's teachings, for they will be a garland of favor on your head and pendants around your neck. So, we've talked about, honoring your parents and obeying your parents. But what if your parents are not Christians? It's really easy to be able to honor them and obey them if they are followers, or it's easier. Not that it's really easy. It's easier to obey them when they're Christians. But if they're not Christians and you're a Christian, what does the Bible say about that? So we want to tell you, if your parents aren't Christians, it is still your job to honor and obey them. And because that shows them the change that has happened in your heart and that your willingness to follow Christ. And then maybe that will lead them to having a relationship with Christ. And you want to honor them and obey them unless it contradicts what God is telling you in Scripture. If it goes against what Scripture says, then you do not listen to what your parents are telling you. But any other time, you want to make sure that you're honoring and obeying so that they can see the change that has happened in you. And so, yeah, we hope this helps you guys out on your relationships with your parents. And we hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, we know it was a bit shorter today, but thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and push on the notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Southern Bells 97. And we give shout-outs in every video. And this week it is J_McCoolio and Scrapbook Marnie. Thank you guys for following us, and see you next time!